I wanted to have a really nice meal on my last night in Penang, so I searched around, asked for recommendations, and ultimately found myself in Firewood. Here's how it went down. Hello. Yes. I'll drink. Alright. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Because their selling point is that fire grill over there, the strategy is to order anything that has either firewood or charred in it. The charcoal miso eggplant sounds good. Charred cabbage is actually underrated. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it is a Kung Fu Cai for Chinese stir fries. They have burgers, they have pasta, but I think my main would be the Australian lamb rack. They have a lot of steaks, but all Australia steaks. There's the A5 Miyazaki, but I just had so much A5 Miyazaki. I had it for another video, it's not because like I can afford it. And perhaps Firewood X Johnnie Walker Gold Label Reserve Tiramisu. Our first thing is here. This is a Yuzu mint mocktail, and she said to mix it first before drinking. This is, what's this called? Rosemary on top, and a dehydrated lemon maybe? Yuzu, sorry. Exactly what I expect, which is good. Tactical order. You want something lemony, fresh to, you know, spike your appetite. So now I'm ready for my charred cabbage. The smell is amazing. We got microgreens, we got quintessential radish, some aioli, I think I remember seeing on the menu, charred cabbage and shrimp, and Parmesan. Let's give it a go. Charred cabbage is so simple and delicious. The smoky scent that you get from it, and then the sweetness, the slight sweetness of the cabbage is so pleasant. That smoky smells really bring you to the streets, you know. The smell of like street food vendors. And then they made it a little bit more exciting with the prawns and the parmesan to add a little bit more umami, more punch. And round it off with this aioli. Very high synergy throughout the dish. Every component just works so well with one another. If I were to pick on one thing, I wish that only the thin parts of the cabbage was used. The parts closest towards the roots are thicker and consequentially tougher. That isn't very fun to chew on in a salad-like dish when the thickness is like 5-6 mm. I was thinking they can cook it down somehow to soften it, but I think it will be more direct to just use the thin part of the cabbage. Yeah, I don't think this will escalate the cost too much because cabbage are pretty cheap. And all those roots, all those tougher parts, you can definitely throw it to your vegetable stock. Good start so far. Damn, the char. The juxtaposition of like the darkness of the char against the pink of the meat, right? It's like one of my favorite things. It's the exact reason why we're here. It's hard to do this without an open flame grill. Let's get it, guys. I'm sorry the reaction was too fast. But it is how fast that burnt bitterness and the salt and the lamb fat hits your palate. I was surprised by how fast like I could feel it. Now we can try the mint sauce. Lamb and mint is a classic combination. Delicious. Normally I don't like sauces with my steaks. This is a lamb steak, but I think the mint sauce just improves the lamb. It is everything I expect out of Firewood grilled lamb. Juicy, good crust, a little bit over seasoned, but still delicious. The gamey of taste of the lamb is also well contained. There's one thing I would have appreciated if the rack of lambs didn't have so much fat on them. Don't get me wrong, a little bit of fat is very nice, but fat is kinda hard to deal with on a charcoal grill cause it is harder to render them down and cook them while not overcooking the meat itself. And if you don't cook them through, you end up with this like blubby fat that isn't very nice to eat. A little bit is really good, but when it's a bit too much, I don't know, I don't really like it. But yeah, everything I expected of a Firewood grill lamb rack dish. Now the question is, do I go for another main? They served the Negroni because they don't know that I was going for a second main course. So we have it. We take those. Cheers. It's funny when you're older, you just enjoy bitter stuff. Coffees, IPAs, alcohol. Like, I know it's intensely bitter, painfully bitter even, but I enjoy it. It's so weird. And strangely enough, especially when it's coupled together with sweetness. Grilled squid. The smell is amazing, and they're pairing it with a burnt jalapeno sauce and charred lemon. So triple burnt. That was what made me decide on the dish. I love how understandable it is. It's barbecue squid. Who doesn't love barbecue squid? The burnt squid flavor is just so enticing. Jalapeno also goes very well. Although this is a burnt jalapeno sauce, it's actually pretty mellow. Because what they do is they actually burn the surface of the jalapeno over an exposed flame, let it get totally black, and then peel away that charred layer, revealing the inner cooked flesh. So the jalapeno is actually not bitter, but has that burnt scent to it. The texture of the squid is also great, snappy but not tough. I love this dish. Maybe the texture of the jalapeno sauce could have been better. I'm not sure if it's broken or they meant it like this, like split the oil and the puree. But even so, I think there should be a way to puree the jalapeno so that it's smooth, right? I might be wrong. Doesn't make a tiny bit of difference taste-wise, but might just improve the look and the finish of the dish. Finally, dessert. We have tiramisu. It's a great tiramisu. Nice separation of textures, creamy. But what stands out is the bottom layer. It is juicy with alcohol. They're trying to get me drunk. They're trying to get me drunk. I'm not sure whether it captures on camera, but when I press down, you can see like the liquid is trying to gush out. And because they use Johnnie Walker instead of the usual rum, the taste is a little bit more bitter, a little more intense. I mentioned before that sweetness and bitterness kills your appetite. If I weren't already full from the amount that I ate, I'm definitely full now. So as usual, I need to digest a little bit, settle the bill, and I'll see you guys soon. Recap. Overall, there's a lot to like about Firewood. The ambiance is nice, there's nice seats. You can choose between the booths, like family tables or the chef tables that I was at, which are tables in front of the fire grill, in front of the chefs, and in front of the bar. The menu is good as well. Good variety, well inspired, centering on the firewood to power most of their dishes, to give that burnt character, but also have a good variety of other dishes, like pasta, risottos, burgers, and other proteins. My whole meal cost me 426 ringgit, which converts to about 120, 130 Singapore dollars. And I had 1 appetizers, 2 mains, 1 mocktail, 1 cocktail, 1 dessert. Bruh. And to add on to all of that, I'm 120% full, and I didn't have any carbs, which would have filled me up faster and cheaper. So I think the rating is pretty straightforward. 1 plate, well, now I got a new rating. 1 plate I'll walk for this place, 2 plates I'll take a bus for this place, and 3 plates I'll go anywhere in Penang for this place. And Firewood is 3 plates. If you're in Pinang for a holiday and you want some nice, little bit fancy place to round off the night, have some drinks, you know, cocktails, wine, Firewood is the place to be. There's a great selection of dishes. I only managed to scratch the surface because I'm one person, but you can definitely order a variety of them and share. The price point is pretty decent as well. It's in the heart of Georgetown, the main area of Penang. There's little room for improvement here and there for the dishes, but I think overall, a great place to be. And that's all I have for you guys this time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!